Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Nohemy, and in today's video, I'm going to give you a houseplant tour.
My name's Nohemy, and welcome to my channel. I'm a personal trainer who likes to live life to the fullest while working up a sweat and traveling the world. Subscribe to keep up with my latest videos.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Like I said, in today's video, I'm going to give you a tour of all of my houseplants. And what that includes is all the plants that I have indoors and outdoors. Now, a lot of the plants that you're going to see today, I've gotten from my grandfather, either purchased from Home Depot, a local nursery, and or received them as gifts. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Alright guys, so this is what my back patio looks like. Now I'm going to start over here and work my way around. So on the other side of my hammock, I actually have 2 aloe plants here. Altogether I have 9, but these are the 2 that I have indoors. The other ones I have outdoors. And then here I have this beautiful hanging plant that I'm absolutely obsessed with. Now this hanging plant I got from Home Depot, I want to say back in 2014 when I first bought my house, and it literally just touched the ground this year. So I'm so excited and obsessed with it, and I know eventually I'm gonna have to trim it, but I'm just not ready to do that. Now over here across from that on the wall here, I have a hanging plant and a coconut shell that a friend, when they came to visit me, brought me, which I thought was really sweet. At first I had this plant hanging off the ceiling. I don't know if you can tell that hook that's up there, but it ended up drying out, as you can see. So I just decided to put it down here to see if it would get more sun, and so hopefully it'll come back to life. Over here above the sliding glass door, I have 2 air plants and these geraniums, and I actually plan on getting 3 more to just kind of complete the look above the sliding glass door. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. And then the clips that are on the ceiling, I'm actually going to paint them the same color as the ceiling so that they're not as noticeable. But yeah, got some hanging air plants over here. And then here I have this cute little fern that I bought from Home Depot, and I actually have another one over there on the other side. Oh, and the air plants I got from Home Depot as well. Now these plants here that are on either side of the TV are hanging plants, and these I got from Home Depot, and I want to say I bought them maybe 6 months after the first one that you saw, and they are just now starting to hit the ground as well. So this one has 1 vine that's going to hit the ground, and this one has a vine behind the chair there that's going to hit the ground as well. So super excited about that. And then over here, this plant I got from my sister-in-law. It grows in front of her house like crazy, and so I asked her if I could have a couple of roots, and I ended up putting them in this pot, and it's been doing really well. Now this plant here is my favorite out of all the plants that I have. I got it from my grandfather, and honestly, in my childhood home, my grandfather has the same plant, and it's just as tall as the sliding glass door. And I don't know if you can tell, but the roots are actually really thick, kind of like bamboo. So I'm obsessed and can't wait for this one to get bigger and taller and just, yeah. So like I said, he gave me a bunch of roots, and so I was able to pot the roots in 5 different pots. So I actually have 5 of these plants. This is the only one that I have indoors, just because it's the tallest. The other ones I have are outdoors, which you'll see in a little bit. Again, there's that fern from Home Depot. And then over here I have this crawling plant. It's a crawler, as you can tell. And I got this one from my grandfather. It's actually dark purple if you put it out like in the sunlight, like outdoors. I don't know if you could see some of the purple leaves, but since I brought it indoors, it's actually changed colors and now it's green. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I would leave it outdoors, but I don't know, I just like having it indoors. Over here, I have this cute bowl that has a bunch of succulents inside, and I actually got this from the same friend that visited me and brought the plant and the coconut shell that I have hanging. The only thing about this one is that I noticed that since I've been watering it, some of the rocks moved around, and I've created these like pocket holes. So I'm gonna have to get some new rocks and fill them in. But yeah, succulents are doing awesome. And this is a plant that I got from a nursery, a local nursery, And while I was away, it actually got this white fungus on it. So I've been treating it by just kind of cleaning the fungus off, putting in new soil, and like cutting off the bad leaves. So I'm hoping that this one will come back to life and not have the fungus anymore. We'll see. And then we are back to where we started with the aloe plants. Here in the kitchen, I have this cute plant that I got from Home Depot, and I actually have a matching one here on my dining table in a very similar pot. It's just in a different color. And then over here by the sliding glass door, I have this snake plant. I actually got the snake plant from my grandfather, and I don't know if you knew this, but from what he told me, this is actually the male, which the lighting isn't the best right now. Sorry guys. But this is actually the male snake plant. There is a female snake plant, which you can tell because the female has like yellow on the edges. So I actually have the female outdoors. And so what I want to do is I want to repot this because I noticed that the pot changed colors at the bottom. Not really sure why. But I want to repot this plant and mix it with the female and have the female and male together. I think that'd be really cool. And then over here by my front door, I have this cute little fern, again, that I got from Home Depot as well, next to my car keys. And that'll be a wrap for all the plants that I have indoors. So let's go ahead and head outdoors. Alright guys, so this is an area that you don't really get to see that often. This is my front patio. I honestly don't spend as much time out here as I'd like, but let's go ahead and start over here. So I have this hanging plant. This is a smaller version of the hanging plants that I have indoors. And I want to say this one's gotten pretty long just this past year. It's probably going to touch the ground next year, but it's not there just yet. Now over here in this corner, I have this plant that I got from my grandfather. Honestly, he had it in his front yard and I uprooted one of the branches and just potted it in this pot, and it's been doing really well. Changes colors and I don't know, just kind of adds some color to this corner. So really like this plant. And then I don't know if you guys remember that plant that I have indoors that I told you grows really, really tall to the height of the sliding glass door like my grandfather's. I told you I had a bunch of roots and I repotted all of them into different pots. Here are the other 4. So I have one on that side, one here, basically one on either side of the chairs here in the front. And then here I have another one of my aloe plants. It's doing really well. And then these cute little plants, I actually got from a local nursery. They were all bunched in one pot, and I ended up repotting them and, you know, ended up separating them into these tiny pots here, and they're doing really well. This one here actually reproduces a lot of them, so I end up having to repot them, or some of them die over time, and yeah. And then here is my aloe plant. So this aloe plant has produced 8 other aloe plants. Absolutely obsessed. I didn't even know that was possible. So here are the other ones that I have, and I have 2 more to show you, but I've set them aside and I'll tell you why in a moment. And then this tall plant here was in my grandfather's front yard, and I took one of them and ended up repotting it, and it just exploded, as you can tell. However, the pot turned black and I'm not really sure why, so I'm gonna have to do some research and look into that and probably end up repotting it. Now here is the female snake plant that I was telling you about that has the yellow edges. So I do want to get another pot and mix it with the male snake plant that I have indoors, and probably end up splitting it into 2 different pots so I can have one outdoor and one indoor. And yeah. And then over here I have these 4 plants set aside, or 5 plants, I'm sorry, and I will tell you why. So these are 2 more aloe plants. And over here I have 2 avocado plants. Now the one on the right, I actually, potted, I actually put the seed in water. So I planted it in water, and the one on the left I planted in soil. And so the one in soil you can see has gotten really big and is doing really well. And then this plant over here is actually a money tree. And so the stem kind of looks weird because if you can tell at the bottom it's really thick. It was actually braided with 2 other branches, but the other branches died, and so this is the last branch that was still green. And so it's doing really well, and I just have it there just hanging out. So I've set these plants aside just because these first 3, the 2 aloe plants and the 1 avocado tree, I'm actually going to give them away as gifts for the holidays to my family and friends. And then these 2 over here have gotten really tall, and I don't know if I want to repot them in pots or plant them in the ground, or maybe just give them away also to family and friends. So yeah, so that's why these are set aside. But other than that, that is a wrap for my houseplant tour, guys. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video by giving me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Until next time, bye guys.